Okay, so good morning all. Thanks for joining this series of sessions, Career Goals sessions, where we help empower, enable everybody to find the job they love. So today's session is about LinkedIn, and it's going to give you insights about everything that you need to know about LinkedIn in your job search. So our next sessions is going to be this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Know Yourself Assessment and Development. I will be showing you a list of questions that you really need to ask yourself when you're doing an assessment, when you really want to decide which role should I pick, which industry should I pick, and how you do this through a series of questions, a series of methodology that would help you get that focus. Next Sunday, we have Nana, who's a TED Talk speaker. She's going to deliver Navigating Your Career with Confidence. This is another great session. I really recommend that you join it. And Thursday, I will be speaking about the future of work. This is, to tell you how you manage the bots, the robots, the new normal that is going to happen in the future. Most of the survival jobs may disappear that you see them today. So you want to work on your learnings to be ready for that time. So if you want to join those sessions, it's already in the Eventbrite for this session. If you just scroll down, you will find those sessions there. You can just register for those sessions. So for today, again, I'm gonna walk you through how to build a LinkedIn profile, methodologies in LinkedIn to grow your network and get jobs interview faster. I'm a Canadian citizen. I'm an immigrant. I came to Canada almost 7 years back. I struggled in my job search. I used to, learn a lot. I network a lot. I tried everything. I made so many mistakes that helped me understand what I should do right, what I should do, what I should avoid in future. And I mentored and coached more than 100 people in the IT sector with success rate of 90% to land IT jobs in 3 to 6 months. The 10% lost was just because they didn't do the homework. I couldn't do much about that. So again, I'm happy to be with you today, and I will just now jump into it. So before I go, I want to just check if there is anyone who doesn't have a LinkedIn profile from the group here, and I would really love if you can just tell me if you don't have a LinkedIn in the chat. I assume everybody should have, but I'm just want to make sure that everybody really have a LinkedIn profile. Yeah. Okay. So in today's session, I'm going to walk you through again why LinkedIn is important for your job search and what do I use it for, and how to use it efficiently. And then if we manage to have some time, I will also do a quick demo to show you more details online. So jumping into it, again, why, and then what, and then measurement. So in terms of why you use LinkedIn, and we have two very professional recruiters in the group today, Eleni and Mike, who's very, very strong in recruitment for the last almost 10, 20 years. They've recruited dozens of people, hundreds, maybe thousands. But LinkedIn is 93% of recruiters use it, and they use it to search candidates. And 75% of people who recently changed jobs use LinkedIn to inform their career decision. It's a social proof of achievements through recommendations and blogs. So it's just like your online shop. It's just like your e-commerce, your website, your window to the world where everybody can see you. Mike, Eleni, you want to add anything here?
Hey, Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, you go ahead. I'll go after you. Ladies first, of course.
Thank you. I was just going to say, yes, Ahmed is 100% correct. Anytime I go to find a resource, I'm either going to LinkedIn or Indeed, but LinkedIn is a more clean and connective platform. So definitely as recruiters, and I'm sure Mike will agree, we're on there. I'm on there every day. And I really want to see profiles that are full of description to really paint me a picture of what the resume is going to look like when I get it.
Absolutely, and that's so true. My first choice is LinkedIn. I go there and like we do more headhunting. So there and they provide it there. LinkedIn provides all that information. And as Elaine mentioned, please do make sure that it's detailed in there on what you do in terms of that'll be close to what your resume is. Absolutely 100%. Very, very, very important.
Thank you, Ali. Thanks, Mike. So again, it's an online professional brand for you. It's, we will get your name ranked on Google if your profile is very optimized. It will demonstrate your knowledge, credibility, and leadership. And, you could also gather references through the recommendations as you go. So whoever you know who can really recommend you, ask them to recommend you in LinkedIn. This will add a social proof to your experience and make it easier for recruiters to find you. So again, LinkedIn is very powerful in networking. You can follow thought leaders and comment on their posts, find colleagues, friends, who can connect you with a hiring manager or a recruiter. Again, build followers who endorse you for your skills. And again, we'll go into all those things in details with screenshots. You can also use LinkedIn to research. You can check industry trends. You can check skills. There is a section for skills. You can check jobs. There is LinkedIn Learning as well. You can check projects or new mergers, groups. Evidence of consistency between the resume and social media is also very important. So whatever you have in your resume, you may want to have consistency with your LinkedIn profile as well. So in summary, again, LinkedIn is very important for your branding and networking and research. So what do you want to use it for? So you want to have visibility to be hunted. So optimization is important here, and I will show you how to optimize your profile. Networking, again, there is some search techniques on how to network, and research industries, companies, and jobs. Again, I will show you some techniques about that. Okay, so this is very, very important. You're no longer an employee. Have that in your mindset. You're a business of one, so you need to do your marketing, you need to do your sales, you need to do your, reach out. You need to do everything that a small business need to do. You need to do for yourself through LinkedIn. And again, LinkedIn is almost like your website. Is almost like your e-commerce where you're selling your value through. So in terms of recruiter's job, and again, I'm just getting this as a teaser here. So they need to find a needle in a haystack. So their job is really difficult. So if you make it more difficult for them, it's tough. They would not be able to really, do I lose the screen? No. They will not be really able to, help you. You need to help them. You need to show the keywords, give them what they really need, and so that it becomes easy for them. Mike, Eleni, again, feel free to chime in here. Let me know if there is anything that you want to add here. You're in mute, Mike. You're in mute. Yeah.
Absolutely. The more detail you put in there, the easier it is. And like if it's looking for a needle in the haystack, sometimes that's extremely difficult. Make sure that you're visible. Make sure that you highlight your strengths and the areas of expertise. And I'm sure recruiters, of course, and I'm sure Elaine will agree with that. It's easier to find you, easier to reach out, and easier to see if we do have a perfect fit for you. Or if you're not a fit, you may know someone that would be a fit. So it's also a way of building relationships and connections on LinkedIn.
True, very good point. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, again, if you got a job from a recruiter that you're not a fit, it's always recommended that you share it with your network, share it with somebody who can be a fit. because when you do this, recruiters will know that you can help them, and they will help you as well. So good point. Thank you, Mike. Ellen, you want to add anything here?
Hey, yes. Yeah, definitely. Just make it as clean and visible as possible. And like Ahmed had said before, if you can beef it up with any recommendations or something that's going to make you stand out to a recruiter, I think that's also very important.
Thank you, Eleni. So coming up, if you want to do this right, you need to reverse engineer the process. You need to think like a recruiter, know what they really want to see, know how they search in order to get the best results here. So, in simple words, the recruiters, they match requirements. They get a job description, a certain kind of, skills or experience or, certifications, education, then they need to match that. Once they really match that, they get the job done. So, from what I've seen, whenever a recruiter, share a job, they have to win 200, at least 200 resume in less than 200 seconds, or maybe, again, those numbers I got from the internet. Maybe Eleni, Mike, you wanna let me know?
I wish those numbers were accurate, but I think that might have been a bit of a stretch. But to Ahmed's point, like, we want to see resumes that take our job description and are put into your resume. So essentially, if we're asking for 10 plus years of experience as a project manager, we want you to put 10 plus years as a project manager, where you've done it, what your duties were. So really build out, based on what the job description is, a picture of like how your experience can correlate to that.
Absolutely. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Thank you, Eleni. Thank you, Mike. So again, you need to think like recruiters, so that it becomes easy for them to find you. So the recruiters, they have a profile, or sorry, an account on LinkedIn that they use to search for you, and that account can be with filters. So they really filter on experience, filter on your location, certification, education, again depending on the job description. So the more you make it easy for them to find you, the more you will really get hunted. So don't be shy to put most of your things, again depending on which job you're targeting, because if you put too many, sometimes it's too much. But try to put those things that will make or break in your job search.
Yeah, that's sorry, Ahmed. I just wanted to say something so I didn't lose the thought. There's also an option and a feature on LinkedIn to upload your resume as well. Do whatever you can do to make yourself the most visible you can. And like Ahmed said, make sure everything's filled out, because when we do searches, we search by keywords, we search by location, we search by designation. So your LinkedIn should be, if anything, even kind of a deeper dive into what your resume is going to look like.
Thank you, Eleni. Yeah.
And also to add to that, if you do find a role that you feel, or a recruiter is reaching out to you, make sure you send them your resume on the side in either PDF or in Word, because pulling a resume off of LinkedIn, it's only a picture, and it's very hard to save, and it's very hard to do anything with it.
Yes.
If you get to the next step, it's great to put your resume on there, but make sure that your resume is very detailed on what you've done, so that that can capture the recruiter's attention. And back to when you say, Ahmed, reverse, I always pretend like we're the client, like we're the client. We're looking at the resume, like what do we want to see in the resume? And when you speak to a candidate, you want to see, you also want to know what their skill set is, but you want to see what kind of personality they have, what kind of if they have any communication problems, if they have any attitude problems, etc. Because you don't want to be sending a candidate in that you feel and he may be qualified to the manager, that he may not be a fit because of personality or whatever else. So that's one of the things we really stress with when we're contacting the candidates. So, but be sure to put your resume in Word format, send it to the recruiter who you feel is posted a position there, or PDF.
Yeah. Mohammed, I see you raise your hand. If you want to maybe type your question in the chat, I want to maybe keep the question till the end, if that's okay. Just again, I want to run through the slides if you're good with that. Thank you. So we'll go through some few slides now to how to optimize yourself, how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So again, the first step, just Google yourself. This is very important. You need to know what the internet is saying about you. If the internet is saying good about you, that's a good sign. If it's not saying good things, then you may need to update that. So just again, Google yourself. This is something that is very easy. Anyone can do. You may find also lots of names like yourself. That could be a challenge. So if maybe recruiters want to reach out to you, sometimes they get mixed up with some other folks. So again, check who's there with same like your name, and try to maybe be different, or at least make sure you don't have a bad image in the internet, if you will. So in terms of the profile, I'm just again using my profile here as an example. So what you want to do is, again, you want to optimize your settings, and you want to optimize your picture, your summary, your skills, your volunteering, education, certifications, endorsements, recommendations, and if you have any blogs. So this is just a simple view, and again, maybe I'm not the best one, but I put this just as an example. So again, your picture needs to be welcoming. You need to make people comfortable reaching out to you. If you're not giving that in your picture, then it's tough. You need to, and don't put picture for a group of people, just yourself. Don't put kids or maybe pets, or make it professional. Make it just you. It's always better to show that professional way when you're in LinkedIn, and again, try to be concise in your profile. So as you can see, I put where I'm working, I put what I studied and where I live, and what I'm passionate about, and again, I'm gonna go into more details in the next few slides. So the first thing is about the settings. So you want to be visible, and I can't reiterate enough. So many people, they are searching for jobs. They are really struggling, but they are not visible. They don't do this setting in their LinkedIn. So if you want to go into where it's called Me, and then you press on that arrow, and then you will see this a menu come up, and then you just press on Settings and Privacy, and then you can just go there and make your check visibility of your profile and network, and make sure you're visible for everybody. So and this one is just to see if you're updating your LinkedIn and you don't want people to get annoyed with your updates, you just make it visibility to no until you finish, and then when you finish, you put it back to yes, so that people can get updates from your network, or from your profile. Eleni, Mike, again, let me know if you have any other advice here, again, regarding visibility.
If you're in the job market and you're looking, be sure to also include your phone number and your email in your profile. So if anybody clicks in on it, or anybody connects with you, that they have that information. Sometimes when I connect with people and I get they become a contact, and I look under their information, and they don't have either of that. But maybe they don't want to be contacted at this point in time. But sometime in the future, if you do want to reach out to them, you have no way other than sending them an email message. And a lot of people don't really check their LinkedIn messages all the time. It's not a very effective way of communicating for some people. So
true. Thanks.
Sure.
Mike.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So going to the next thing is your profile picture. So again, you want to make your profile picture public. So those who have their profile picture public get more hits, get more search than others who don't show their profile picture. So make sure, you know, when you, and again, this is just, you know, if I go back here, if you press on this picture, then it will open up that window that I just showed you. And then when that window open, you can just make this public. You just edit and make it public. And then, you know, if you're searching for job, you want to select open to work. This is something that LinkedIn recently made, and it become easy for people to reach out to you. And if you don't want, where is it? If you don't want recruit, everybody to know that you're searching for job, you can just, make it only for recruiters. You know, so you see here, I did this just only for recruiters to see that I'm looking for a job. So not everybody can see that I'm looking for a job. So if you're, let's say you want to change your work from a company to a company, and you don't want to, show them that you're looking for a job, you can just make this customized only for recruiters. So whoever has a title recruiter could just see that. Okay, so optimizing your profiles, again, as I told you, you can just select this is just for recruiters. You want to, see, what you're looking for. When you're edit your job preferences, you can just, say what are the job that you're looking for, which countries or location that you're searching for, and you're open for remote work. And again, start date, you're casual. I'm just, for me, I'm casual, flexible browsing. I'm not really in a rush. I'm just, checking where, some opportunities could land me. I'm looking maybe for a contract, part-time, temporary, and that's, about me. But again, everybody's different, so you could play with those settings depending on what you want. So for your summary or the about section, this may be a little bit busy. I may need to do better work on reducing this. But in this section, I'm gonna want you to really highlight the biggest achievement, something that really stands out, something that really makes recruiters wanna call you, wanna reach out to you, because when they read this, they either don't find it interesting, or they really find it interesting, then they call you. And again, I would definitely ask Mike and Eleni to chime in here if they want to add anything.
Yeah, definitely. This actually got me thinking as well. Definitely to put your certifications in the title of your name, because when we write any kind of searches, if you have a PMP and that's your only cert, I always say it never hurts to put it right in the LinkedIn name. But if you don't want to put it there, then definitely put it in the about, because as Ahmed said, LinkedIn is an optimization search engine, so it pulls from keywords. But Ahmed, I love that you said you have to clean it up a little bit. Definitely a lot of great contents, but yeah, I would just probably restructure it, make it look a little bit cleaner and neater, maybe put some bullet points in there. But yeah, the about should theoretically be a snapshot of what your professional career has been.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes,
Thanks.
so true, so true. And make sure that you do, like, it's a bio of what you've done. It's your biography, it's your profile. So make sure that you have it right to the point, what your accomplishments were, what skill sets, what technology you've worked with. Make sure that's clearly visible in there. And yes, you'll get more hits that way than just a short summary of yourself. But make sure it's detailed in there on what you have. But as Elaine said, clean is key.
Another thing I was going to say too, Mike, and again, I'm sure you can agree, make sure the grammar and the punctuation is correct, because again, your LinkedIn is a first impression and a representation of yourself. So if that means reaching out to a family friend, if English isn't your strongest suit, definitely invest in doing that, because as recruiters and even as job seekers, you should want to make sure that everything is very grammatical and professional.
Absolutely, thanks,
Yes.
Ellen. Yeah, good point.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, to just summarize, you just need to put your certifications, your security clearance. Again, if you're searching for a government job, you need to make that visible. You need to add some numbers for your achievements, and again, focus on the top, maybe 2 or 3 achievements that relates to your role. Okay, so the next, and again, we'll go through this in the demo. In LinkedIn, there is what is called the featured, and the featured is just just be below your about, and you could there add some posts, some articles, some links, some media about what you are interested or you wanna make sure that people see in your profile and that you're really following those things. So for example, I put just a post about, artificial intelligence. I put the future of work. I put, some of my work with Microsoft as soft skills. So again, you could play with this and, make it doesn't, don't need to write a blog or article here. You just need to show what you're really interested about or what thing that you really like the most, that, you think this resonates with your profession or with your job search. Next one is the activity, and this is again very important. You wanna show that you're active in LinkedIn, because if you're not active, it's tough for people to see that they reach out to you in LinkedIn. And again, LinkedIn is the number one almost platform to everybody's search for talents. So when you comment on a post that have a lot of activity, like someone who have maybe 1,000 comments or 1,000 likes, you get visible in their network. So and you could definitely land in maybe some search. Somebody who could in that network could reach out to you when they search in that link or comment. And when you share maybe someone's popular post, then those popular folks may reach out to you and thank you for sharing their posts, and you could also get visible in their network. So again, very simple thing that you could do. When you do it, you get very high visibility, you get more attention in LinkedIn. Anything to add, Eleni?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, no, those are so true. And on the flip side, I want everyone to remember everything that you like on LinkedIn is visible to your network. So what we've seen in the most recent years, and I think Mike can agree with me, is that LinkedIn has kind of taken a more Facebookish approach. There are a lot of people posting personal journeys and a lot of almost meme-ish things now. So make sure that if you're looking for a job, that what you're liking and commenting on is professional, because again, LinkedIn now has kind of swayed a little more on the I guess free speech side of things, if that makes sense. But remember, you are looking for a job, and job seekers will see that in your activity.
It's a network for professionals. It's a network for it's not Facebook at all. So don't post any of your personal journeys. I don't think you should anyways. If it's anything professional, like work functions, work achievements, etc., new products, launching, whatever the case may be, conferences, that's great. But anything personal, I would stay away from that.
Agreed.
It's not a professional environment.
Oh, thank you both. So going next, so for your experience section, what I want you to do here is, don't write everything. Again, this is not your resume. You don't want to put everything that you have in your master resume. You just want to put the top achievements, one or two bullet points that you think could resonate with, your next hunt. So, this is what I do. And for me, I'm not really searching for a job, so I didn't really update it well. But again, for you, you want to just put one or two bullet points that really make most impact for the recruiters or hiring manager. Again, anything to add, Eleni, Mike, here?
No, I agree with everything.
Yeah, no, I think if you do add, I think a couple of bullets is good, is great. But if you can add a little more, because and don't deviate from your resume and your LinkedIn profile, because I know some hiring managers will check out your LinkedIn profile, and if they see something different than on your resume, that's a flag. So be careful and make sure that it's the same. But I would add just some of your more important highlights in LinkedIn. And then, of course, expand on it in the resume.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Okay, so for optimizing your profile for education, again, you want to make the recent one most visible, and you can just, make sure you don't put everything. Sometimes, you could have some education that is not related to your role. I don't recommend that you add it unless, again, it's going to help you with an impact. So be very specific, be very clear on what you want to put in your education. So optimizing your profile and URL. So this is something that I didn't know before, but I learned it from some folks. You have that small, icon there, edit public profile and URL. And my profile URL was very lengthy initially. And then I went in and I changed it to just Ahmed Zayed PMP, just to make it easy for people to find me. And they will tell you if this is taken or not taken, and this becomes easy for people to find you in LinkedIn. So again, this is very important. It's something that will take from you few seconds, but it would help you a lot, because again, there's maybe tons of Ahmed Zayed in LinkedIn. Not everybody is me, but so you want to just be clear on who's can reach out to you using this one. Again, feel free to chime in anytime, Mike and Eleni, while I'm speaking here. So the volunteering section is very, very, very important. So, why it's important? Because it shows that you care. It shows that you're someone who's trusted, someone who's really devoted to support an organization to succeed and grow. So the more you put emphasis in your volunteering effort, the more you could, land jobs as well. Next one, the endorsements and skills. So this is very important that, you get, your network to endorse you, ask people to endorse some of the skills that really, really resonate with the job description that you're searching for. So again, if your job description is asking for business process improvement, you want to get so many endorsements from your network on that. Like Azure Cloud Migration, Lean Management. You want to keep this on the top, and you could pin it, as you can see here, just pinning the 3 top skills, and you could get more hits on it. So you can see here I have project management 33, I have integration 50, pre-sales 26. Again, this is the endorsement section, and again, this gives you the social proof, gives you that you're really someone who's really matching what you're saying. Anything to add here, Mike, Eleni?
Yeah, definitely. Like for me, I know that a lot of I'll say my old managers, they have so many endorsements, and it's because they have they've had a lot of jobs, and the more endorsements that you have just goes to show that more people are willing to kind of put their name in association to the quality of work that you can provide.
They are important. Very good. Yes, they are important, especially if it's related to your skill set. And whether you've worked on projects, whether you've taken the initiative to run with the project, whether you've led a team, whether you've managed a team, whatever the case may be, it's very, very important. Very important.
Definitely.
Thank you. Okay, so in terms of recommendations, I really recommend that you use this. Send asking for recommendations from everybody in your network that you trust, that they will say good words about you. And also, you would also want to recommend some people. The more also people you recommend, the more it becomes easy for them to recommend you. So it works both ways. It's definitely help, but again, when you recommend people as well, that show that you care, that show that you spend some time to thank people, to really endorse them. And this is another sign, good sign about you, about your personality, about how you interact with people. So this one is the pronunciation of the name, and this only works in your smartphone. It doesn't work from your desktop. So if you have a smartphone and you have LinkedIn app installed on it, then you could press on that mic here, and then you could record a small 9 seconds word about your name. How do you pronounce it? So if you do and check my profile and then you press on this, you'll see how I pronounce my name, and that becomes easy for some folks who really have a tough name to be pronounced, and try to make it easy as well for people. We're all international. We all come from different countries. Whatever is normal in my country could be difficult in your country. So just make sure you make it easy for people to pronounce your name.
100%, Ahmed. I was just going to say that after that thought. LinkedIn has so many great tools. Make sure that you're utilizing all of them.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're moved to the search. How do you really search in LinkedIn? So when you search, so you may want to put some Boolean search. Like here, as you can see here, I put quotation marks. I want to search for product manager and somebody who's in Google. So I make and then quotation and Google, and then I got that search. And then I want to just see people. I could also filter in the connections, in the locations, in the current company. Again, use those filters wisely. It's very important for you to really narrow down your search to get the maximum benefit. You could, again, use the first connection, the second, the third. The first connection is somebody who's already connected to you. The second is someone who's connected to you, one of your first connections. So they can introduce you to their person that you're looking to connect with. Again, the location, the current company. So those filters are very, very important. And then, this is just a sample of what Boolean search could look like. So you can use and, or, not, quotes, parentheses. So, feel free to use this one as much as you can to narrow your search. Okay. So when you search for somebody, don't just, search and then press connect and just, use the standard message there. You want to make sure they really resonate with you. You want them to really feel that this is personalized. So you need to dig deeper in the search. So I'm just showing to you, like when I did that Google search, I found that person. I didn't really connect with him yet until I visit his profile. I check, what he's talking about, what is his activity, what could be mutual, what's common between me and him, that I could use that to personalize the message to him to make that connection works. Because everybody gets 1,000 connection requests every day. You sometimes you don't need to accept it all, but you want to be very human to human here. You want to make sure that they really think that you took the time, made your research, and found more about them, and you want to connect with them for a reason. Anything to add here, Eleni, Mike?
No, I think you covered everything.
Yeah, I'm the other way around, where I connect with people on their skill set and of course the companies that they work with, and try and target them that way. But yes, Ahmed, you're absolutely right about that. Search them out first.
Yes, true. And you don't need to connect with them. You can just follow them. They may follow you back, and that could be an easy way if you ran out of connections. Sometimes LinkedIn, when you do a lot of connections, they pause you for a while to make sure you're not spamming people. So you can follow or connect, again, depending on how many searches you're doing. Again, like and share some of their activities, some of their posts, and comment maybe, just say, yeah, I like this, this is really happened to me, or whatever, again, depending on the activity that they are sharing. this makes you in their network almost. So LinkedIn is very, very powerful in your selling triggers. And what does it mean, selling triggers? So there is the LinkedIn tells you when somebody see your profile, somebody send you an invitation, somebody accepted your invitation, a contact's job changed, somebody from your network changed their job. You will get those alerts, birthday, anniversary, mentored, again, lots of things that you could use to comment. So if, let's say, you have in your notifications, today's birthday for Eleni, for example. So I want to just go there and tell Eleni happy birthday. Again, it doesn't take me a lot, but it will make Eleni remember me when something come up in the future. So those are very important things, and it's very simple. You don't need to do a lot of effort. It's gonna take you like maybe a few seconds, but it's very strong impact to your visibility.
That's absolutely true. And I do that every morning when I first log in. I check out my LinkedIn. I check out whose birthday's that day. It could be 5 people. It could be 10 people, or it could be 2. And I send them a message, happy birthday, George, or happy birthday, Helen. Simple as that, and they will remember you. They will remember you. It's a good.
Thank you, Mike. So again, once you researched your connection, you wanna customize your message. So, for example, for Nick, I just put this as a sample. I see that we have a common interest in product management and would like to discuss with you what's new in product management. Happy to chat. So again, very simple. It doesn't take a lot, but it would help you with your visibility. It will help you with growing your network, and again, making that human interaction here. So whenever you attended an event, you can, again, follow up, like those folks who shared their LinkedIn in the chat. You want to, customize your message. Hi, I was with you in the Career Go session today. It's good to maybe meet offline and maybe chat. We have some common things. Let's reconnect maybe, and that could help your network. You can also import from your email, connect with those in your personal network. So for your branding, you want to be visible. You want to show what's happening in the market, and that you're really aligned, aware. You're building your thought leadership here. So you want to follow up on industry publications, blogs, social media, news sites. And again, Harvard Business Review, for example, provides lots of great insights. The Wall Street Journal, maybe CBC, CTV, BBC. Again, depending on your industry, your interest, you could just share some of those articles, some of those blogs, and maybe write a few words, put some hashtags there, and use it to have visibility for your LinkedIn profile. This is just a sample from Heather. I really follow Heather because she had a very strong thesis about the future of work. You may want to follow her as well. So as you can see, she's sharing an event she's going to, and she's putting a few words. She's mentioning somebody, and she's putting a hashtag here. So again, this is what you just need to do. Simple thing. It doesn't take you a lot. You could do this to any post that you're sharing. Mention somebody from your network. This is just, again, something about LinkedIn free premium. You can benefit from the free 1-month premium. I used to have the free 1 month used, and then once I enable it, I cancel it the next day so that I don't get charged. And you could do this at least maybe once every year, at least. I can't remember exactly how much LinkedIn do this, but you could maybe do this maybe every year. So you could benefit a lot of great features from the premium career without paying anything for 1 month. So use this wisely. Make sure that you have bandwidth in that month to really use this efficiently. Okay, so now going for the jobs, when you press on jobs in LinkedIn, this window will appear, and it has a very, very nice insight. So interview prep is one of the things that I really recommend, and I will show you now in a second. Resume builder, this is what Eleni just mentioned. You could, upload your resume, and Mike as well. You could upload your resume there, and you could, update it online, so that, when recruiters want to see your resume, they could also check it from that resume builder. So, and salary is also another good section that I'm gonna, share in a few minutes here. So next slide. So the interview prep. This is just like a learning course that would help you with, some of the questions that you sometimes find difficult. Like, tell me about yourself. So you see, this is sample answer. You could just, get, a short video of 2 minutes or 3 minutes with short answers that would help you to answer those questions. What is your greatest strengths? What is your greatest weakness? And again, maybe this is just for premium. I'm not really sure, but you may want to use the premium 3 months for that if it's only for premium. So when you use the builder, you select which resume you want, and then you upload it. You start putting more details here, depending on what are you looking for. So again, this is just a sample of what you can do using this the resume builder. For the salary piece, if you press on it, then you will see how much salary that this job gets in terms of yearly amount. And again, so this would help you. Let's say if you're searching for a job that would give you 100K, then this job is not good for you. You should maybe find another role or another company or maybe another industry that would give you that salary that you're expecting. So when I did the search, and I'm sorry if I'm moving a little bit faster here, just because we were almost 10 minutes to close. So when I did my search, I put product manager, I searched for United States, I find Modis. So did I press easy apply? No, I don't apply yet. What I need to do is first research this company, connect with some people within this company, so that follow this company. So what I did, I just went to their page in LinkedIn. I just press follow and try to conduct some information interview with some of those folks, like Matt and 2 of those people. You can just press here. You will find the employees in that company. You could just connect with them and get to know more about what this company do, how you could present yourself as the best candidate for this company, if you really want to get into that company. So then again, in the company page, you get more insights, where they live, where they studied. So, what kind of degrees they are searching for. You can understand their mission, vision, products, and services. And then you can tailor your message and resume to be the best fit. This is very, very important, because, when you do that homework, yes, it's going to take you some time, but it's going to boost your interview feedback, because if they find that you really did the homework, you care, you know what they're doing, how they do it, and you're tailoring the message to them, then you get the best hit from their perspective. Those are people who are in that company that you may want to connect, or maybe reach out to, or maybe follow, depending on, again, how they could help you with your job search. So again, this is just a sample. Try maybe to speak to one of them, FaceTime, to get a little bit of insight, of the environment. Is it really healthy for you? Is it something that really works for your passion? And how do you match with that? Again, you can maybe go to their president, but I wouldn't recommend that unless you really have a strong message or a strong need that you can connect with somebody on that level. But if you know who can really guide you to the hiring manager, that would be the best hit. So again, just in summary, I'm gonna move to the demo in the next 5 minutes here. You optimize your job search summary. You optimize your profile. Sorry, you optimize you network. You research, you search, and then you apply. So this is very important. So this is the end of the slides. Your call. Just spend minimum 15 to 30 minutes daily on LinkedIn. This would help you grow your network, optimize your profile, grow your network, research, and apply for jobs. So now I will just, maybe ask Eleni and Mike if they want to add anything that I missed here until I prep for the demo.
No, I think all good on my end, Ahmed.
All very good, Ahmed. All very good, Ahmed.
Thank you. Okay, so let me just share this one here. Okay, so as I showed you, and I'm gonna show you quickly, some of those things that I just mentioned. So the profile section, as you can see here, open to work. If you just make this open to hiring, it becomes easy for people to reach out to you, and you could customize this to only recruiters. You could just, update the profile section here. The intro, the about, the feature, the background, the work experience, skills accomplished. So spend some time. You don't need to do this in one day, but make this updated with the best word hits that could get you to the job. The contact info, as Mike mentioned, you want to put your mobile number, you want to put your email, you want to put your Twitter, maybe your birthday, again depending on your privacy. So the about section is just, if you want to change it, you just press here. You just go into the about, and I recommend that you can maybe take this in a notepad or a Word document and then copy and paste it, because sometimes it's tedious when you do it online here. Then again, this is the featured section. As I showed you, this is what I put as featured. I put my awards with Microsoft. I put some of the topics or posts that I featured, and you could add some more. You could just press here, post, then you press on the plus, then you can choose what you want to select. So if you want to edit, which one appears first, you can just again press here and move this top here to appear first if you want to do that. If you don't, then just leave it as is. So there is lots of thing that you could do in your profile. Your dashboard is very important. When you press on your dashboard, you want to see who saw your profile in the last few days or weeks. So you see here, the trends. Some people saw me more in March. Maybe in April I was not very active, and those are the people who selected my profile. 47 interesting views. You can just again check who did that. 4 works at me tags, 46 at Microsoft. You can again, lots of information that would help you see who's following you, maybe who's really hunting for you from your profile experience, and your top post views, your search appearances. Again, the activity is what shows what I'm doing in my network. So if I press on see all activity, I will see all the posts that I pressed on. So what I want to show you here, for example, if you press on the notifications, you can see here, for example, this person, I congratulate Minatullah for her job. So those are the triggers that I just told you about. You can just a job alert. Rolf just commented on my profile. Fred shared the post. So again, you could use those things to be triggered in their network. So if I, for example, if I want to maybe go into my home and maybe check this lady, Amy, for example, she has 29 comments and 61 likes here. So if I press like here, then everybody will see me within her network. So that's just, again, a simple thing that you could do to appearing in some searches in your for your profile. So again, the experience, we spoke about it, the education, the licenses certification, volunteering, and recommendations. So and the skills and endurance. So you want to spend some time on all those things. It's very important. And what I want to do now is just show you the jobs. So if we go to the jobs piece here, you see you can just put the search, again, product manager, for example, United States, and then you will get lots of companies. You don't need to submit or apply first, as we mentioned. So what you will do, you will go here for this company. You press on the company page, you open another window just to keep this page, and then you will see to follow this page, and then you can just visit the website and see what they are speaking about, what they are doing, what their mission, vision, and what's their news, and try to learn more about what they are doing. Because, and then when you press on see all employees here, you could get to know who's working there, either from your network, like Kelly is a second connection for me, so I could maybe see who's common, maybe Izu or Ashley. I could just reach out to Ashley, tell her, please, can you introduce me to Kelly? I want to maybe work for Manpower. I want to learn more about Manpower company. So you see, those are very simple things that you could do and get that boost. So I just want to show you for the salary piece here. So if you press on the salary, you will get, let's say, for example, product manager in the United States, how much they get as salary. So you see, this is what they're looking for, 139 a year range. So between 97 and 180. So if you don't know how much you're worth, you may want to go there and check it, that you understand how much salary you'll get. Okay, so we're 11:01.
Mohammed, if you're looking, excuse me, Ahmed, if you're looking for a contact in Manpower, I've got a very good contact there for you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a good point. Thank you, Mike. So I'm gonna stop sharing and again open up for maybe next 5-10 minutes of Q&A. Apologize if this took so long, but I wanted to give you the whole wisdom in 1 hour. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your listening, and I'm gonna open up for Q&A before we take the selfie. Before that, Mike, Eleni, anything that I missed? Anything you want to add?
Michael, you want to go first?
No, go ahead. Ladies before gentlemen.
Awesome, thank you. I was just going to say, Ahmed, like everything you said today was very valid. And I think, again, in these times of everything being remote, I think it's very important that we remember what our cyber kind of personality, the imprint that it's going to have on not only our professional career, but our personal career too. So you want to make sure that everything that you're putting online is something that you wouldn't mind your employer seeing. You want to keep everything professional. And then just soft skills as well. Make sure you're always bettering yourself. If English isn't your first language, make sure that you're doing that English as a second language training, because with so many applicants now to jobs, you really, you are a needle in a haystack. So make sure that you have all the resources at your disposal that you have, you utilize them.
Good point.
Absolutely, yeah. And just to add to that, it makes sure that you're able to differentiate yourself from anyone else applying for that job to get that position. And if it means practicing your English with friends or with different people, you're better to do so. But yes, It is a professional network, and everything's got to be professional there, and be prepared. Absolutely, be prepared.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cool. So, anyone have any question? Apologize.
Well, someone brought something up earlier on in regards to scams, like putting your information on there, exposing yourself to email spam and phone scams. This is a professional network, and I'm sure if thieves want to get your information, they'll get it from anywhere. This is just making it easier for you to be contacted and reached for any opportunities in the future. I think that weighs more more important than I think being concerned about, you know, the other side of the dark side of that industry, you know, spams and scams. So.
Oh, okay. Good point. Again, you know, it's your comfort. You know, just you put whatever you're comfort about
Yeah.
in LinkedIn, and you know, you decide.
I haven't really heard of many LinkedIn scams, to be honest.
No, not
So
at all.
I wouldn't be too concerned.
No.
Yeah. Amr, you have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, Ahmed, it's the second question I wrote in the chat is that, you know, about matching the resume with the LinkedIn profile, because sometimes we need to tune in the resume for almost each and every job post. So how to make sure to do this compromise and not to lose this matching if someone wants to compare apple to apple or...
For sure.
Yeah,
Mike, do you want to respond to that one, Mike, maybe?
Yeah, sure. So what you have to do, it's got to be very similar, you know, because, and not all positions are the same. So you've got to, you know, tailor your resume to each position specifically. But generically speaking, you have to have, whether you're a PMP, you have to have the number of people that you've worked with, the technology you've worked with, or the, you know, the teams that you've worked with, the budgets that you've managed.
Yeah.
That's got to be very similar. But if you're, you know, if you're a software developer, what application have you, you developed in? If you've done testing, if you're a network engineer, whatever it's got to be very similar. But it, you know what I mean? Because if they're going to check and see whether you know, like you were a new immigrants come to Canada, they'll be a pizza driver for 6 months until they find a job. You know, you've got to make sure that that's not there and just say, this is what I've done in the past, bang, 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 and you know, utilize that. So it's key. It's important.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thank
please
you.
join us on Thursday. Sorry.
See you
Take care.
Thursday.
Thank you.
Okay,
Take care.
bye-bye.
Bye.